a demon when he off them. Ride till I die. I hope that Jesus come and grab the wheel. That singing like Clay Aiken. R.I.P. to all my loved ones that ain't make it. Got a bond with the streets and I just can't break it. Run it up, now my safe done turned into my safe haven. Them racks in, okay. On the block I post up, I can't fade away. Baby, I've been too turned, I don't care about what a hater say. Dark skin, thick, I like the so I named the babe. I'm in it every day. New drip, I just spent some G's on my attire.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Huskies of Rio de Janeiro taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Come on, set! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, take go!
Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Pickett looking to throw on second down. That's caught downfield by Pickens. Down the sideline he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 82 yards. And the Steelers are on the board here first in the season opener. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go! Hey, check that. Let's go!
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Come, 19, go, Reed, go!
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Purdy looking to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And taken right on the 30. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burley used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60, go!
Pickett sets up play action. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Got it. Ready?
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Pickett. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Touchdown! Allen Robinson from 13 yards out. And the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Liking 18.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. And his pass incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Ayuk going to go in motion right. Purdy sets up to throw again. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Purdy.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 21-0 our score after 1.
On 1st down, Purdy.
And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
2nd and 10. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Pickett. And he slings one that's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. That is caught. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
First down, and they go back to Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Pickett back to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 28-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Check smash, check smash.
Ready.
4th down try. Here's Purdy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Go!
On 3rd down, here's Harris. Shoves him aside. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Purdy off the play fake. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
It's a big play there. 43 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
On 1st down, it's Purdy.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Check up!
Now Purdy.
Eluding the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here.
Taking it right down Broadway. Off to the races. Najee Harris. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 138 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get some.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, These incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18, Pioneer. Go.
Purdy to throw it on first down.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They run with McCaffrey off the option.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
And Darnold's going to change the play.
No lady. No lady. Set.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
19 Lion. Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
They go play action here. Purdy.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Hurt, hurt. Hey, smash.
Purdy now to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to...
There he goes, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
165 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Now a first down carry for Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Go!
Right back to him on first down. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the set.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Rig it. Ready.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Purdy looking to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Mustang 19.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll get this down to the 38. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw, Purdy. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Purdy. And my goodness, another interception. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Here we go.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go!
Warren will try the right side.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Johnson. There he goes left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Just like, I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The heels, cause I'm...
Fix my change real quick. Baby, go. Yeah. What you mean you don't know how I'm